America itself is rotten at its core. It's a settler colony of European colonizers who enslaved Africans and indigenous people and committed genocide against both groups. The foundation of America is bloodshed, and the US has done everything and anything to keep its power. Whether it's using intelligence agencies to stop revolutionary movements domestically, or its imperialist military to wage wars on other nations of the world and to loot them for their natural resources and their labor. On this segment of Power to the People, we will take a look at how the Federal Bureau of Investigation, also known as the FBI, and how it used clandestine operations to stop revolutionary movements that seek to end the vicious nature of American settler colonialism and imperialism. We will also take a look at the reign of terror that its first director, J. Edgar Hoover, waged against the Black community. But first, let's start with a bit of the history of the creation of the FBI. The origins of it started in 1908, and it was created by President Roosevelt. At first, the FBI started under the Attorney General of the time, which was Attorney General Bonaparte. He hired investigators to report to the DOJ, and specifically, these investigators reported to Chief Examiner Stanley W. Finch. 1 year later, it was renamed the Bureau of Investigation, and in 1935, it was officially known as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and J. Edgar Hoover was the first director. Under J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI spied on and destroyed Black revolutionary movements and other leftist movements, and J. Edgar's terrorism spans across decades. For example, the FBI has set up and led efforts to destroy Marcus Garvey as well as his organization, the UNIA. The FBI, they worked with the IRS and ultimately deported Marcus Garvey to Jamaica, and Marcus Garvey, he was never able to come back to America to organize. The FBI, they also orchestrated the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. with the assistance of other three-letter intelligence agencies, as well as the US military. And ultimately, the government was found guilty for MLK's assassination in a civil court. The FBI, they also orchestrated the assassination of Shahid El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, also known as Malcolm X. The FBI also assassinated Black Panthers and Black Liberation Army members, and we could go on and on and on, but these are just a few examples of the FBI's crimes against humanity in different epochs of the Black liberation movement. And all of it was happening under J. Edgar Hoover's reign. And much of this, it came under the FBI's notorious and illegal counterintelligence program, also known as COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO used disinformation campaigns, assassinations, false allegations, political imprisonment, and a whole bunch of other tactics, all to destroy the Black Power movement as well as a wide range of communist and other leftist movements. And though COINTELPRO quote-unquote ended, the surveillance apparatus of the FBI has only continued to get stronger. During the Black Lives Matter movement, the FBI, they used a term called Black identity extremists to describe Black organizers fighting against white supremacy. And the FBI, they admitted to using COINTELPRO-like tactics under the guise of counterterrorism. It's very clear that the FBI is a weapon that is being used against colonized people in America to prevent revolutionary change from happening. The foundation of America itself is rotten. It's rotten at its core, so it makes sense that its government institutions like the FBI are too. This is Power to the People.
Well, that was our show, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Daniel Arya. Do join us again next time for another episode of We the People. Bye-bye for now.